I'm Vibha and I am a CBSE student and I hope that you all are doing so good. And because you've clicked on this video, I know that you're somebody who's trying to glow up, trying to be the best, prettiest, and most confident version of yourself. But at the same time, you do need a guide on how you can become a baddie, right? So that is why I'm right here. And one thing which I should tell you is that if you try too hard to glow up, you're not actually going to glow up. So the tips which I'm going to mention in this video, I want you to let them come naturally into your way of living instead of trying to force them. Okay, so let us begin. If there's one quality that glowing up requires, it has to be confidence. Confidence is the key to becoming the best version of yourself. Okay, and I know that there are like 100 influencers out there who are just telling people, hey, be confident, you want confident, but nobody actually tells you on how to gain confidence, right? So I'm gonna tell you to how to like actually get to it. So one thing which you need to understand is that confidence does not come from what other people think about you. Confidence does not come from if other people think that you're a good person or a bad person. It does not care about other people's opinion of your personality, whether other people like you or not. Confidence comes from within yourself. It comes from you, whether you like yourself or not, and what your opinion about yourself is. If you're somebody who believes and who knows and who agrees that you're beautiful, then even if like 100 people come to you and tell you that you're ugly, you're just not going to pay attention to them and you're not going to let their stupid words hurt you, because you know that you're beautiful, right? So to get to that level of confidence, at the very least, the strategy I used was fake it till you make it. Fake that you have confidence until you actually have it. And by that I mean, if you're entering a classroom, if you're entering a new place with a lot of people in it, and you're feeling like really nervous about what their impression is going to be about you, even though that is something you should really not care about, but still, if you're like feeling a bit nervous and you're feeling quite anxious, do not let it show. Even if you're feeling nervous, you still have to enter a room with your head held high, with your shoulders straight, and with a good posture, and having a smile on your face. Yeah, that is like really important. Smiling itself creates like this positive energy around you, which is going to attract people to your aura, right? So even if you're feeling nervous, you do not let it get to you, and your behavior still needs to be what it is of a confident girly. Even if you're nervous, you're still going to keep your head held high. That is something really important. And when you keep doing it, and when you keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, not only is that it starts coming more naturally to you and you start getting more used to it, but at the same time, people around you are going to feel that you're so magnetic, because people are naturally attracted to those around whom they feel good, right? Around whom they feel positive. So if you're somebody who's confident within yourself, then your vibe just becomes so magnetic that you will find your group of people. And by gaining your confidence, I think the next 2 points stems from this only. That is point number one, cut toxic people off, and point number two, be happy even when you're alone. Okay, so cutting toxic people off is like such an important point, because toxic people are going to hinder your growth. If you have surrounded yourself with people who, I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to try out something new. Let's say you want to try a new sport, a new extracurricular at your school or whatever, right? And you're surrounded by people who are telling you that is so cringe. You're surrounded by people who are telling you, yeah, I don't think that it's going to be a cup of tea. Why are you even giving it a try? If you're surrounded by that kind of people, believe me, no matter what you do, you are never going to unlock the best potential of yourself, right? You need to cut off people who make you feel drained when you talk to them, and you need to surround yourself with people who make you feel energized when you're around them, right? And you yourself need to be that person as well. You yourself need to be a person who makes yourself feel energized, makes the people around you feel energized, and that is how other people are going to want to be friends with you. And at the same time, you also need to surround yourself with people who make you feel more energized than drained, right? But if you're surrounding yourself with toxic friends, if you're surrounding yourselves with friends who like pick a fight every week, or who joke about your insecurities, who joke about your traumas, then my girly, your glow up is actually quite far away. And I know that cutting people off is not easy, because you don't want to be that mean person who just ghosted someone out of nowhere, right? That is why only I'm telling you that confidence is really really important, and you need to enjoy being alone, because being alone is not the same as being lonely. Oh my god, I'll say it 5 times because this is so important and everybody needs to know this. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. And being alone is not the same as being lonely. Okay? When you're enjoying your own company, you are automatically going to cut those people off who are hindering your growth, and you're not going to be afraid to just let go of those who are not letting you be the most badass version of yourself, right? And once you actually start enjoying your own company, you're not desperate for other people's attention, you're not desperate for other people's validation, you're not desperate for other people's opinions, you're not desperate for other people to be telling you that you're good, because you know yourself that you are, right? So you don't need other people to tell you that. And when you do not need other people to tell you that, those people who are draining out your energy, you're automatically going to cut them off. Okay, so step one, number one, fake it till you make it to the confidence. Step number two, cut those toxic people off. And step number three, enjoy your own company. And by enjoying your own company, I mean that you, let's say you're getting ready, so there is one type of people who are getting ready to think कि यार school में what are other people going to think, how do I look, should I wear my hair up like this or should I put it down like this, दूसरों को क्या लगेगा, दूसरों को क्या अच्छा लगेगा, यार अगर मैंने अपने बाल ऐसे बांध लिए तो लोग कहीं मुझे चोमू तो नहीं बुलाएंगे, तो क्या लोगों को वो बेकार थोड़ी लगेगा. No, by being happy alone, what I mean is that you're going to make the hairstyle which you like and which you think that you would enjoy and which would make you feel confident, right? You don't give a shit what other people think about your hairstyle. This was me in 8th grade, and believe me, people used to bully me, annoy me so much. They used to call me a boy, they used to call me all sorts of stuff which I can't say on this channel because, well, my parents watch my videos as well, right? They used to call me all sorts of stuff, if you know what I mean. Yet I kept that particular hairstyle for 2 years straight. Why? Because I liked it. I really liked it. I liked the tomboy persona of mine, and I did not give a shit if somebody else is getting annoyed by my hair. I really could not care less, right? So when you start enjoying being yourself, when you start enjoying being alone and being by your own company, you start doing things that you love without caring about other people's opinion. And when you do things that you love, you gain confidence and you are happier, and then you end up having a glow up, right? And if you're somebody who likes to have a large social circle, because I am also someone who has like a pretty big social circle, right? And if you're somebody who wants to have like a lot of friends, once you start being the version of yourself that you are and that you like, people who love you, who like you for who you are, for your original self, are going to come to you automatically. If I'm somebody who likes to wear my hair down, people who also like to wear their hair down are going to surround me, right? Because our interests are matching. So when you get surrounded by people who have, let's say, the similar personality as your original self, those are the people who are going to stay for a lifetime, and those are the people who are going to help you become an even more confident version of yourself, right? And why am I saying that? I am saying that because when I had this particular hairstyle in school, I became friends with other tomboys. If I would have done what they liked, then I would have been friends with someone who doesn't care about my interests but only theirs, and that is going to drain me mentally, physically, socially. It's going to exhaust me. But when I'm being myself, then I surround myself with people who have matching opinions as me, right? And that is going to make me feel even more energized. And when you're being yourself and when you're happy being alone, not lonely. When you're happy being alone, people who like you for who you are going to automatically come to you. They would want to be friends with you. You wouldn't have to pretend that you're somebody else with them, right? You can be your original self around them, and that is just going to make you just feel so much happy, and those are going to be the friends for your life. I think one more point which I need to add is, do not be afraid to be cringe. This is so important. I am seeing teenagers these days, they are obsessed with the word cringe. I hate this word so much. It is the least favorite word of mine in the entire English dictionary. I have never understood the concept of cringe. Like, if I am doing something and somebody else doesn't like it, then it's cringe. But I like it, so what? My opinion doesn't matter anymore? How does that even make sense? I don't know. Like, I'll give you this example. In our school, we have this dance choir thingy, right? And I had this friend who really wanted to join it. So I asked her that, why aren't you joining it if you really want to join it? And she said, यार दूसरों को cringe लगेगा. What? You want to do something, but you're worried about the fact that other people you have nothing to do with, are going to think it's cringe. Arre, do what you enjoy, do what you like. Don't give a shit about what other people think. Again, that comes with confidence itself. But when you don't give a shit about what other people think, you also don't give a shit when other people think that what you're doing is cringe. And when you're not afraid to be cringe, you do things that you enjoy, and again, that is make you even more happier. And that is something which is very important, right? So don't be afraid to be cringe, because cringe is just a mindset. It is not an adjective, it's a mindset, okay? If someone thinks that something is cringe, then someone else thinks that it's not cringe. So it's really subjective, and it depends from people to people. And if you think that something is going to make you happy, do it. Just don't give a crap about what other people think and what other people feel, whether it's cringe or not, okay? Do not be afraid to be cringe. This is like really, I'm obsessed with the word really. Yeah, it's like really important, okay? So that is it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.